What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well out there and had a good racing and bashing season. I'm just doing a little follow update to the 17 millimeter hub conversion that I did over on my Senton 3S BLX a couple of years back. A couple of things that I've noticed, especially, have become prevalent over this past summer. A couple of things are starting to loosen up on it a little bit. I think a couple of people have alluded to it in a couple of other videos I've seen about this upgrade over the years. But I'm also starting to notice it personally, so I figured I'd do a quick update myself and kind of show you guys what's going on with it. So what I'm noticing is, so up in the front here, usually there's always a bit of slop because you got all the steering and whatnot. But even if you kind of hold all that stuff tight, out here at the hub itself, there's starting to be a little bit of play, especially up and down with this one. However, if you also come to the back though, it ends up being noticeably worse. I mean, look at that amount of play. Side to side, up and down. Pretty much there's enough slop between the inner diameter of the back of the hub and the outer diameter of the axle going into it, where it must have over time allowed enough different friction elements and dirt to get in there to really loosen things up. Same with this side as well. Definitely pretty brutal. Actually, what I'll do is I will pop one of these off to kind of show you the inside as well. Volume warning for anybody wearing headphones real quick. Okay. So yeah, same with the front. Even if you hold everything down here at the hub itself, see that amount of play? I don't know if you guys can fully see that. See that amount of play in there? Even a bit of up and down. So what I think is going on is just over time, these have worn out a bit on the inside, and then also probably these axles. Yeah, if you look to a certain extent, like these used to have like little splines on them to a certain extent. It looks like they're starting to get worn down a bit. So yeah, what I think ultimately is going on is with this not being an exact tight fit for the interior diameter of this, over time it's just opened up. Actually, you know what we can do real quick? Got a set of calipers here. We'll see if there's anything noticeable as far as diameters and whatnot. Let's get this to a flatter spot. All right, so what do we got? We got 233, 234. Call that 2.233. So let's see what we've got on the back of this. Okay. So on the back of that, we've got 234. So, I mean, that's, what, a thousandth difference? Not a lot. I mean, it kind of is in the machining world, although that is still pretty tight tolerances. But yeah, so I think just over time, those have loosened up. I mean, this fits tight in the back of that still, so there's no issue with any of that. But yeah, just over time, this is slowly loosened up. I mean, even just sliding that on, you can see that amount of play in it right there. Can throw this back in. And what I will do sometimes is between runs, I'll pop the wheels off, kind of crank these back down. But that's only temporary because, you know, the material is gone in there. So, I mean, it kind of tightens it up a little bit, but there is still a slight amount of play in there. So yeah, I'm curious as to if anybody else has run into this as well. If they have you found any solutions? Because what I tried doing is doing some cross-referencing the other night on the internet, the interwebs, and seeing if maybe like a Senton 4S front axle or maybe even a 6S could be used to possibly replace that so that the diameter was closer to the inside of the hub. But as you see, they're within a thousandth. So I mean, I don't know how much tighter you're gonna get and still be able to actually, assemble and disassemble it. So yeah, I mean, I personally am just gonna keep running the thing. And what I'll end up doing is I'll end up ordering a couple of new sets of the little axle stubs from Arrma, and those are part number ARAC 9443 or something like that. You'd have to cross-reference that, but I think that's what it was. I'll do that, see if that makes any difference. If not, then I don't know. I guess it's just kind of the nature of the beast of these things. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update so that if you guys were considering this and have not yet, you could see what a 2-year update looks like on that conversion before you go ahead and possibly pull the trigger and do it on your vehicle. These things kind of are cheaper made anyways, so they're not exactly the tightest tolerance with stuff like this. So you have to keep all that into account. No matter what you do, you'll still never fully get some of that slop out. Like I did the full steering upgrade up in this thing, a year or so ago. And it has been a bit tighter, but at the same rate, it's still got some slop in it. But that's just the way these things are. So, yeah, if anybody has any information, ideas, solutions that you have done yourself on the trucks, go ahead and drop them down in the comments or whatnot. I'd like to hear from you, see what you ended up coming up with. And if not, then maybe all together we can figure out a solution. But I think it's just one of those things where drive it into the ground type deal. So, all right, everybody, have yourselves a good one, and we will catch you again soon. See ya.